Hello and welcome back to New Age Handicapping from www.ahorserace.com. This is Basic New Age Handicapping Lesson number 101.5. As earlier indicated in two prior videos, what you are currently viewing is a recently handicapped race at Aqueduct that started with 8 entries and 2 were scratched, leaving 6 remaining entries at post time. We will be using this race as a template for training in the next few videos as a point of reference for several of our conversations. For now, however, I want to cover several points regarding theory versus fact in what many perceive as the laws of horse race handicapping, to the point of being very questionable. What follows is information that handicappers everywhere may have some point to argue, but we simply do not support any longer that these facts are a necessity in using today's New Age handicapping methods. They are important to have knowledge of, but not necessary to include in any aspects of handicapping. Owners, trainers, breeders may trust the info, but you really do not need it in your skills. So far, what you have learned is important information regarding workouts and what value they have to trainers and owners, but not necessarily any significant value to handicap in a race today. In addition, you have learned not to rush your race selection just because your horse got scratched maybe a short time before or upon a problem in the gate and you are now left without a wager. Should you do that, you're doing the same thing as grabbing a choice out of midair or betting on some entry because you overheard someone making a wager, a very large wager on a horse that you reasoned made good sense, but not only because you are only because you're desperate at the moment. To do so, you may as well just take your money and throw it on the ground. Also, remember, good breeding, good training, good jockey does not always mean a winner in today's race. Also, be sure to start watching your races now to see that very important workout hidden inside a race that we talked about previously. Recognize those and make notes the next time this horse is entered into the race that may just be the race the trainer is looking for. I will tell you in a little later video about how to quickly spot any of that in a previous race. Now a little more on the fallacy called speed handicapping. Consider on average on any given day there are 10 tracks with an average of 10 races that day with 10 entries each race. If math serves me correct, that is 1,000 horses running on a single day. That's just using very basic averages. It is generally much more later in the week. Before moving along, a very important note to remember that we consider gospel, and you can decide on your own if this is what you want to do in your handicapping or wagering. We never wager on races either Monday or Tuesday, nor 2-year-old and 3-year-old horses exclusively, nor maiden races with the exception of certain maiden special weight races. I will explain that at a later time. Our next video will deal with the most important issues with speed, and it will detail a lot of thoughts you need to consider at all times. We will move to traditional class handicapping errors after that, and then how all this comes together to help paint a pretty picture in your results. www.ahorserace.com and its founder-owner owns exclusive rights to this and all future videos dealing with this subject matter. Throughout the month of April 2016 and at various times beyond that date, we will begin production of detailed training in sequenced videos. We suggest those wishing to learn more I'll view each one of these in sequence for the best learning experience. For those brand new to handicapping, several information videos will also follow very soon. Also consider sharing New Age handicapping with fellow handicappers. It makes for good conversation and increases the overall learning experience. Knowing race terms, types, class, speed, odds, and other information and more will help you have a better understanding, but please also understand this very important fact. Almost none of this is factored into, nor is it considered necessary in New Age handicapping. Visit us at www.ahorserace.com and also subscribe now while you are viewing this video on YouTube.